All right, we are live with Cassie, and this is a fantastic story. Another first responder crushing fitness goals despite huge challenges. Cassie, would you give us a little introduction about yourself?
Yeah, hi. I work in corrections. I've been in corrections for about a year and a half at this point. And my journey in corrections started at the same time that my journey with the Fit Responder program started. And I've lost about 40 pounds of fat, gained a lot of muscle, and learned a lot of tools along the way. So,
That's pretty spectacular, Cassie. And we were just talking before I hit record here about like your whole life. You've battled weight, you've battled kind of food addictions and using it as a coping mechanism. And sometimes you beat yourself up, but right now we need to look at it like how much progress have you actually made compared to what you've struggled with in the past, and it's pretty immense. So I'm wondering if you can share any words of wisdom for people out there who might go, you know what, I've been fat my whole life and I use food as a coping mechanism, and maybe they're missing some element of support in their life. I mean, what would you tell those people?
oh wow, that's sort of like talking to my old self, really. Um, I would say that I also have been fat my whole life up until recently. I mean, I've lost and gained weight back throughout my entire life. I'll be 45 this year. I was my heaviest at 15, and ever since then, it's just been had been a struggle to lose the weight and keep it off because you throw in the mix addiction and trauma and coping mechanisms, and I really understand that struggle a lot. It's something I still struggle with. It's ongoing, and it's a process of learning to acknowledge where you're at and why, being really kind to yourself, having some grace, and learning the correct steps to take to get where you want to go, and just continuing to take those steps even when you have setbacks. Even if it's 3 steps forward, 2 steps back, you're still positive in the one. You're still making that progress. Um, and also learning that your worth is not all tied up in your body. So like maybe you struggle with weight and maintaining your fitness. I do too. We were just talking about that. It's been hard for me the last couple of months because life gets in the way. But you have those tools to fall back on. It's kind of like in law enforcement. They say you fall back to your lowest level of training. Well, you also, I think, in life fall back to your lowest level of training in terms of the tools that you have to get where you want to go, and to help you cope and whatnot. So I'd say that you just got to take that step and trust yourself. Like, in your heart who you are capable of being. And you know that you're not giving yourself that chance. Maybe you're afraid of it. You don't believe that you can do it. Other people have told you you can't do it. Maybe it just seems too big and scary. And all those things are valid. But the truth is that you can do it. Nobody knows what you're capable of. And all it takes is taking a step. All that change requires is action. Doesn't matter how big that action is. You just start taking action. Whatever you can do right now. Doesn't have to be 100 push-ups. Maybe you can do two. It doesn't have to be, cutting down to 1,500 calories. Maybe you can just drop the sodas. Like there's definitely something you can do in all aspects of your life, but especially in fitness. You can make these little tweaks along the way and have fun reaching your goals. It's fun. It's like a game, I think.
I love
If you
that.
get in that
Yeah,
mindset, right, then it's, good
that is
things.
a great way to look at it. I love your perspective. So positive and real. And you mentioned, like your entire worth is not based on how you look, but like throughout your life, you've been self-conscious about that. But
Yeah.
I'd like you to highlight the benefits beyond the looks. Obviously, you're more confident in your looks now. You're fitting into clothes you couldn't fit into, and that's all
Mm-hmm.
great stuff. But what do you feel have been some of the best benefits of losing that 40 pounds, getting stronger? What kind of changes? I mean, how has life changed in the quality of your life?
Well, that's a great question. Lots of ways. I think the primary thing is making myself proud because that's bolstered my confidence in doing other things. Showing myself that I can conquer my demons, if only 85% of the time. That's given me the confidence to pursue other things and to try to be better in other aspects of my life. There's this phrase I heard once. I don't remember who said it. Some motivational speaker, I think, but they said, how you do one thing is how you do everything. And I think that that's very true because it does bleed over into other aspects. I've gotten better at setting boundaries with people in my life, out of respect for myself and for them. I've gotten better at keeping my commitments. Instead of uh, feeling, I don't let my feelings drive me as much anymore as they used to, because I know that you're going to have feelings and that's fine, but you don't always have to listen to your feelings. Like, you might not feel like working out today, right? But how does future you feel about your working out? You might not feel like going to work today, but how does future you feel about showing up for work and showing up as your best version of yourself, and help, being there for other people. Um, so it's really, I think the primary thing is it's given me confidence and trust in myself. But also, I can do things now I've never been able to do. I recently participated in the Heroes Cup locally here in Knoxville for law enforcement and the firefighters. So it was just several different organizations got together and we just did physical activities. It was competition, so we're going against each other. And I think I got third place in farmers carry, maybe. So I placed, which I wasn't expecting to do, and I was able to do 3 chin-ups, which I never like. I used to not be able to do a single pull-up. Like, classically, my whole life couldn't do a single pull-up. Now I can do 3 chin-ups. Um, and so it's just I've gotten stronger, but that strength is not just physical. It's also I've gotten stronger in my mind and just kind of in my confidence and even my wisdom a little bit, I think.
I love that. And that's my favorite benefit of getting fit is how it can change your perspective, your mindset, your
Mm.
productivity, your
Yeah.
belief in yourself, all that. This is a great story, Cassie. There might be some people out there who have been struggling with their weight, struggling with their own personal challenges surrounding food and whatnot, and they're looking for support. And if they're on the fence about Fit Responder, what would you tell them?
Oh man, get off that fence. Get off that. It's the best decision I've ever made. Like, 100% in my life. It's changed my life so much in all the ways I just said, but also in the physical fitness and in the fitting into clothes I wasn't able to wear before, and also, like, I do still struggle with my relationship with food, but it's gotten a lot healthier than it used to be. It's just I literally have never made a decision that was better. It's changed my life in so many ways, and the support that I've received in this program it just floors me. Jordana, my coach, always there for me. You're always there for me. Dustin's always there for me. Like, you reach out and people get back to you and they respond and they offer help, and in any way that you're struggling, there's always a tool or a person or both those things there to assist. And then it's so full comprehensive, right? You've got accountability from a person that you could, like, a real person that you can talk to, you can reach out to at any moment. In the app, you've got workouts that are planned for you that progress over time, and they ask you what you like, what you don't like, so that they make the workouts, very flexible according to how you want to do it. You've got a meal plan with some really great food. I actually told my dad about making him those protein pancakes on my trip, and he said, "You're not allowed to leave if you don't." So I was like, "All right, I will." It's my favorite meal. Um, yeah, it's so all encompassing that I can't imagine my life without it. I can't imagine where I'd be right now if I had made a decision to join Fit Responder. So
That means a lot, and I love it. That's why I do what I do. It's been
yes,
fantastic to see how much you've changed and progressed. And
thank
I
you.
love transparency. Yeah, you still struggle. You may always
Mhm.
struggle to a degree.
Yeah,
That doesn't mean you're a loser or a failure or that there's anything wrong with you. I think we all struggle, and especially for the
absolutely.
things that we find most important to us, it's going to come with challenge, and
Yeah,
it's about the right mindset of being positive, pushing forward anyways.
yeah,
Even some progress is better than none,
yeah.
and just recognizing you can succeed despite
Yeah.
those.
And well, and even with that challenge, like, my challenge has become a smaller challenge than it used to be because of the accountability, because of the hands-on approach that Jordan has had. Is it Jordan or Jordana? I always call her Jordana.
Jordan.
Okay, Jordan, my bad. Just add an extra A because she's fancy. Uh, to be fancy, I don't know. But no, even that, like, I've been through the program, I've been able to really see where I struggle and why, and to really get some clarity on that, which has helped me um, uh, to have tools and to create plans to navigate that. And have I totally succeeded? No, I'm an addict. It might be my whole life. You know what I mean? But the struggle has gotten to be less of a struggle and have gotten a lot more sanity with my struggle, which is huge because I mean, sanity is very important, and feeling like you really know yourself and you can see where there's going to be a curve in the road and you can, take a different road, or you can plan how you're going to navigate that road. I mean, that's been really, really helpful. So,
Love that.
yeah.
I'm sure your story has inspired someone today. We dropped a lot of great wisdom nuggets for our viewers. So I really appreciate you sharing, Cassie. Thank you.
Thank you, Ted. Yeah, appreciate it.
All right, everyone. Hope you enjoyed that. Stay safe, strong, and fit. We'll see you on the next.